Hi everyone, it's Vickie Kello, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane. Happy Monday. Everyone, happy Monday. Whoops, this. I don't need to be hearing myself. All right, just say hi when you hop on. This is a bit dark. I got a new iPad, ladies. So, I found me straight away. How good is that? Hi, Megan. Did we all have a good weekend? I'm just gonna tidy my desk up while we wait for everyone to arrive. Hi, Marie. Hi, Lisa. I've had this stamp set sitting on my desk for 2 weeks and I haven't used it yet. I got my order. So I've got some gems. I ended up ordering the Daisy bundle. Hi, Glenda. And I had the Zany Zoo, but that's on my desk too. I need a bit of a cleanup. I've got lots of things on my desk that I'm not actually using. Thanks for sharing, ladies. So I just need a bit of a cleanup. Pop them over there. I had a fabulous weekend. I went to Disney on Ice. So that was pretty nice. I've never been to Disney on Ice before. So it was very good. You had closer seats than me, Megan, right up the front. That's all right. We could see what we were doing in the back. Well, Hunter loved it, and he said it was better than Frozen. He goes, it's 10 out of 10, Mum. And I said, oh, well, that's good. And he said it was better than Frozen, the stage show. And I said, but you liked Frozen. He goes, yeah, but I had nothing to compare it to. Now that I've been to Disney on Ice, Frozen's not very good compared to Disney on Ice. And I'm like, oh, okay then. So, yes. No, it wasn't at South Bank. It was at Boondall. Where all the concerts used to be when I was a teenager and we were going to concerts. So this year show was the best one ever. Well, this is the first one I've been to, so it was a bit exciting. But all right, ladies, so we are on to part 2 of the mini album that we started last week. I found my magnets, so I've got a few sets. Some reason I'm missing a positive on this one, but anyway, there's still 2 full sets there that I can use. I don't know what brand they are. I have another set here. These ones are super tiny and I don't know whether I'll use them, but I think I ordered them off eBay and realized, holy dooly, they're a bit too tiny, but maybe. And then these ones are 1-inch magnet discs. So yeah, I just buy them 7 a.m. I left at 7:45, but we did stop at McDonald's and have breakfast in the car park. And that McDonald's was here. So by the time we actually left to get on the road, it was, yes, 8 o'clock. Wasn't quite that early, Megan, but. So we need to finish putting the magnet in from last week. So we're going to do that. So when we put a magnet in, we need a plus and a minus with this set. And I don't know the packaging of these. I've had these forever and there's no brand or anything on these, so I don't know. I'm using what I've got. So the plus and the minus will go together and they stick. You need a positive and a negative. So, and these are already sticky magnets. So we need to pull the adhesive off. I like my rubbish on this side of me. Hi, Sue. So we just need to stick this down first where that's going to go, and then leave the other one adhered to it so that you know it's definitely going to line up. And then you take the adhesive off that and you pop that in there and then pull them apart, and then isn't that satisfying? I love that. Right, so then we can stick this one. Now, if you had really strong magnets, hi Renee, you might want to stick another lot of adhesive over the top of that just to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere and stuff. But with these magnets, they're not super strong. So if you put too many layers between them, it doesn't stick as well. So I'm just, because we'll have a layer of DSP here and a layer of DSP here, that will be enough. If I put too many layers of adhesive and everything between there, they're not going to join. So now we need to decorate this, which I didn't cut any paper for that. Let's use this piece here. And just double check my measurements because it's been a week since I did that. So that is 1 inch and a bit. So we want to do 1 inch by 3 1/4. So let's do 3 1/4 first, because then that way we've still got a nice fat piece. And did I say hi, Chrissy? 1 1/8. Let's do. And then one for the back side, 1 1/8. All right. So put this on. Oh, MasterChef. I haven't watched any of this season. I just really haven't I haven't been watching a lot of TV actually. Just been busy. So, and then we cover that as well. Hi, Jody. Just make sure that's really stuck down there near the magnet. I love that. All right, so that's now that side finished to a degree. So we can pop that to that side, and then we can bring in the other page that we made last week, and we can start decorating this. So remember, and for those of you that didn't join last week, I am making a mini album that kind of goes together like this. So we've made these, pop them to the side. we've made 2 bits that have like these pockets here, and they join together with this piece here. And then we decorate each side so that we get a little bit more bang for our buck with our mini album. So we've decorated the left-hand side. Now we need to decorate the right-hand side. So I'm just going to pop that to the end, and then I've got some pieces here. So I bought this tutorial from Dawn's Inspirations, but her tutorial is 8 by 8, and then I have resized this to 6 1/4 or 6 by 6, so that we can not do it with a pack of 12 by 12 and not have to use 2 packs, because I've made a similar one, which is the 8 by 8, but it essentially nearly uses 2 packs of DSP, which can get quite costly when you do that. So I've resized everything to bring it down to 6 by 6 so we can use 1 pack of DSP. And that is what I'm showing you. So we've got a couple of extra pieces here to decorate this side. So we're going to do some pockets and stuff. So this piece is 4 inches by 6 1/4. And scored at 1/2 inch. So we need to... What is wrong with the shadows tonight? I don't know what's going on. So when we stick these pockets in, and I don't know whether I said this last week, but when you're sticking anything into this center pocket, like this flap here that we stuck in, you need to stick it to the top bit of it so that so that this can essentially still be used as a pocket insert as well. So when the album is finished, you'll have this pocket in here, but if you stuck it to the base of it, you would close off half that pocket. So I stick it to the top flap, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to put adhesive on the inside. And then when you stick it in the pocket, I might have to miter those edges just a little bit. Oh, there's the bit there. Right. Ah, thanks for sharing, Chrissy. So then that goes in, and it just goes into the score line, and then we get your bone folder and stick that down and fold that over, and that's still stuck, and then this is still open as a pocket. Okay, that's why we need to stick it to the top side of the flap. And then this piece here is 3 inches by 7 1/4, and on 3 score lines, or 3 sides, it is scored at 1/2 inch because it's going to be a pocket as well. So we're just burnishing those score lines now. And then you just want to miter those sides so that you're removing some of the bulk. And then we're going to stick adhesive down on the flaps. And then if we pull that off, and that goes this side actually, because we can't have double pocket. So that goes this side, just butt up to the edge of that school line. And then bend that down. So we've now got a pocket in there. This is still opened as a pocket. This is a flap. And then this is still opened as a pocket here. Okay. So that's that side. And then we decorate this side here. And this time we're just going to run a flat pocket rather than a bulked pocket like that. So this one is 6 1/4 by 2.5, and we're going to do 2 pockets. So this other piece here is 2 inches by 6 1/4, and we're going to stick this one down, but only put adhesive on. Hi, Carrie. How's NZ? Hope you've been able to ski. And I'm only putting adhesive on 3 sides so that it stays a pocket. If you used wet glue, just make sure you've got a fine tip wet glue so that you're not spreading too much ink, too much adhesive. And then a little chilli. It was cold enough for me here this morning in Brisbane. My hands were cold all day today. And this just goes to the bottom. And then I'm just going to trim this bit off just because I'm over just a little bit. Hi, Julie. Okay, so this is then a pocket. And then we're going to stick this pocket above that and essentially have a pocket here, and then this pocket will go all the way behind. So we're only going to have adhesive on the back at the 2 sides, but I need to get some DSP before I do that. So we're going to go get some different DSPs. That's okay, Julie. So I want to use we can use that piece and maybe that piece. Well, let's use that piece that's already been cut, Vickie, if we're going to do that. I finally placed a big order tonight. Oh, nice. So this piece, because it's directional, we'll need to make sure we get the fishies going the right way. So we want the fishies this way. And that piece was measure twice, cut once. 2.5, so this is 2.25. Now, what's on the back side of that? So then I think we do a piece of 2, and we'll use the back side of that, and that can go there. And then this piece can go here, which is 1 1/4. One and 3/4, not 1 1/4, and 6. So I'm going to stick that piece on here. And pop that on there. This piece on the top. Up there. And this piece down the bottom. Where do fishies go? Okay, and then when we stick this piece on, we just adhere it on the sides. And line up the 2 pockets, so you might need to lift the top of where you stuck the other pocket down just a little bit, so it's fully lined up. Hopefully my head's not getting in the camera. All right, that's there. And this one is just going to get trimmed off too, because it's just slightly over. Which obviously means I'm not square with my adhering, but anyway. No grey hair I can see. Nice. So then this becomes a big pocket that you can slip all the way down. Plus then you can slip in here and have 2. So you essentially have 2 pockets for more photo mounts and stuff. Okay, so that's what that pocket is for. Now, oh, I should have stuck some stuff down before I did that. Anyway, let's measure. We need a piece that's 4 inches by 6 inches for DSP. 4 inches by 6 inches. Let's do this. and stick that down. Might add a little bit more adhesive on this one. Whoa. So this one we just need to tuck in just a tad. There's no point tucking the whole one in because you don't see it. Don't waste the paper if you don't have to. So then I'm going to cut the back side of that piece at 2 1/4. by 6. And then stick that down. So we had an emergency trip to the dentist today for Hunter because he's had this wobbly tooth for a while. And then last night when I was looking at it, I can't wait to see what you make with the scraps of DSP. Not much at this stage, Chrissy. So this tooth has been wobbly for a little while, and I'm like, it should have come out by now. Anyway, so I was looking at it last night, and when you push on it, it now looks like, to me and to Adrian, it looked like it was cracked, and I'm like, whoa, now the tooth's cracked. What are we going to do? How did it crack? And things. Anyway, go to the dentist, and no, it's the other tooth already pushing through, but he hasn't lost the first tooth yet. It's hanging on by thread. And I'm like, well, are you going to pull it out? She goes, no, it'll come out in 2 to 3 days. I'm like, so that's annoying, but anyway. At least he doesn't have a cracked tooth. So 3 1/4 is the next piece of DSP that we need. 3 1/4 by 6 inch. So everything is 6 inches in this album, but then it's just a matter of what else? So 3 1/4. I know the amount of tears last night and the hoo-ha, because then he was on about that he hasn't, like, if he's got a broken tooth, then the tooth fairy won't give him the right amount of money that he's been getting because he hasn't kept his teeth clean or kept good care of his teeth, and all this hoo-ha. And I'm like, oh my God. So I was just hoping the dentist was going to pull the bloody tooth, but no, she's like, oh, it'll come out in the next 2 or 3 days. It'll come out today if you pull it. So, yeah, I'm the world's best mother right now. But anyway, we're there. So then this piece is also 3 1/4. And I think we might, can we, damn it. But I might do this piece here. Try and use up, thanks Sam for sharing. Might do this piece, 3 1/4 by 6. Oh, I've suggested that. Hunter won't let anyone near it and things. So I said to him, I said, come here and I'll pull it. Nope, nope. So he doesn't want me anywhere near his tooth. Okay, so that's decorated. We still have essentially a pocket in here as well. This pocket, and then this pocket and this pocket. So now it is time to join the two albums together to make one. So they will go together like this and then open like that. So we cut that hinge last week. Hi, Evelyn. So we need to stick this together. And, oops. I don't want that bit of fluff in there. We'll just do one side at a time. And this needs to be stuck to the back side of the flap. Otherwise, you're closing off your pockets, right? So this needs to be stuck to the back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the album over, turn my hinge over so that it's sticking to the roof. And I can line it up. And then, how's Wookie? Ah, so we got the test results of, if he'd swallowed it, he'd be beside himself. I know. Yes, that's it, Glenda. That's why I kind of want the bloody thing out. But anyway. So I'm going to turn this over as well because you need to make sure that they're the right way type thing. They're both the wrong way so that the album goes together, right? So we got test results back from Wookie and it was cancer. So that was the lump in his bum that we got taken out. The lump on his arm, which had been there for a few years, they just said was a fatty, like it's a lipoma, like a fatty tissue lump. There was nothing with that and nothing changed with that. But apparently it's a slow growing cancer and it's a cancer that doesn't normally spread and they got good margins. So they think they got it all with that. Everything's still all the right way, yes. My pockets work. The pockets work, yes. Right, now we need to decorate. So yes, he's got to go back in, he's got to go back on Saturday for his cider point needle and they're going to check his stitches and probably pull his stitches out then. But they also, then in 4 to 5 weeks, they will want him back for a rectal exam to make sure that everything's all healing the way that it should be. All right. Is he still sleeping on the lump side? Yes. So they're all happy with that. The lump weighed, oh, damn it, I don't have enough. I'm gonna have to use oven magnets. I was hoping that I would have enough, but I don't. The lump weighed 283 grams. I'm gonna try these tiny, tiny magnets. So yeah, it's he's moving a lot better on that side, and he's also sleeping on that side. He's hasn't slept on that side for a long time. One. Come on. So it was a good thing that we did the surgery, and he seems better, and he's pooping fine. So that was another thing, because they said that lump was gonna just keep growing and then make it very difficult for him to poop, which would cause him a lot more pain, which is why this one was so important to get out, because he's had that lump on his shoulder for a couple of years, and the vet said there was more risk in him going under to get that taken off than there was benefit in it getting taken off, type thing. So we didn't bother. So you have a link to where you got the magnets from, please. I've had these for ages and ages and ages, Chrissy. These are from eBay. I would have got them from. Starting Christmas cards. That's early. Sam, how many Christmas cards do you have to make? I usually start and then I end up giving a lot of my Christmas cards away to the school, because I just don't send very many these days. So these pages are 6 by 6, and I wanted the fishies on the outside. And then I didn't mind this tartan checkered paper either. So I'm going to have that for the inside when you open it, because that looks pretty cool. Yeah. So what's going on here? Let's just... That's a bit better. We'll stick the adhesive on the back, but we're not going to stick these down just yet because we're going to get the magnets. I start mine for my Christmas in July class, so this year it was May. Every year I kind of think about a Christmas in July class, I just never get around to it. And I think now, because Hunter's birthday's in July, I'm like, there is no way I can start thinking about Christmas in July. I need to get his birthday organised and everything first. So it just doesn't happen. So what we need to do... Oh, you silly. I do have enough. I can use these other ones. I can use these bigger ones, because I only need one magnet to itself. Ugh, silly. Right, and then this is useless, so I'm going to have to throw that. But anyway. Too busy talking. Can't think and talk. All right. So we'll pop that there. Pop that on. And then we close this, we want to make sure that that lines up. Now we can stick these down. My internet keeps dropping out. Oh, that's no good. All right, and then we stick that down. How pretty is that tartan paper? Whoops, what's happening here? And then now we should, there we go, goes together. Nice. So now it's just a matter of decorating. Further, I've got some photo mats that I've got here from all the scraps of the cardstock that I had cut to get the bits. I just cut down photo mats, journaling. So now I just need DSP bits. So I want to use the DSP bits that I've already cut first. I'll try not to cut any more full sheets and see how we go. So then that way we've got full sheets for projects. But in saying that, I don't actually have a lot here and I've got a lot more photo mats than that. So we will need to be cutting more DSP. But that's okay. So we've got some that are 5 by 5. So we need to do 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. No worries, Sam. How many 5 by 5 ones do we have first before I go berserk? 1, 2, 3. So we need 6. So we've got 2 on that. And I think this is the only other piece big enough to do a 5 by 5 or 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. So then that's our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 5. So 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. I do hope the measurements will be available for a while. I'd like to try this one. You can, I'll move them to YouTube and you can pause and pause me and rewind and do all the lovely things. All right. So I'm going to cut a couple of sheets at once because we need quite a few of these photo mats. So it's 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. So if we cut the 4 3/4 first, then we get 2 pieces out of this. So that gave us 6 pieces and 7. And I lost count on how many I need over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we need 5 more. So we can essentially do that again. So 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. Those. And then we just need to work out what we want. So we essentially have, we use all the different patterns. That one's a bit odd. I might not use that one because it's a bit odd. And then we can stick adhesive on them. This way, and then with the 5 and oh, I do like that one better. Stick adhesive on the back of these. So let's get sticking. So I love making mini albums, but sometimes they do get very expensive to make if they're the bigger style and they take 1 or 2 packs of paper and things. So I do try to get them to resize them myself, because once you've got the instructions, you can pretty much resize anything. Resize it so that you can make it a little bit more cost effective and make them more often then. All right, so then we just do these smaller ones. And this will have plenty of photo mounts. So these can be photo mounts to add more stuff into your album. They could be add journaling bits to your photos so that you can tell the story. And essentially it's just using up all the scraps of the cardstock that I had cut to make the album, and that's why I've got these photo mounts. I did then have to cut full sheets of DSP to decorate them because I hadn't used too much DSP prior to that point, or I'd been really good at using my scraps already and things. But when this is done, I think there's still, I'll show you how much is left because I've not used this paper for anything else So you can see how much is left of a 12 by 12 paper pack doing this album. I don't know if there'll be enough to do a second album. There is 1, 2, 3 sheets of full sheets. Nah, there's not enough to do a second album. And 3 sheets of that, and then a couple of scraps. So definitely not enough for a second album, but plenty to do one album and some cards and stuff. So and when you cover the majority of this paper, it doesn't look so terrible because you're covering it in DSP. So all right, we're on the home stretch, ladies. How much? Oh no, oh no. Look, I've still got 10 minutes until the hour's up. So all up, this has taken me 2 hours to make and film and talk while doing it. So that's pretty good too. Because it's the first time I've made this size. I was resizing everything as I was going. And if you had more of this coloured cardstock, which I think I've only got 1 piece. Oh no, I've got 3 pieces of the 12 by 12 left from those couple of packs of 12 by 12 that I bought of the in colours. I don't have any A4 of this cardstock because I didn't buy it because I wasn't a fan of the colour. But if you had more paper, you could make more different mounts, like different size photo mounts as well. I just cut up the scraps that were left. So these are 5 by 4 scraps. I should get my new, oh nice. New TV is always fun, Julie. Did I do too many? I did too many. 1 too many. 65-inch goggle TV. I think that's supposed to be Google TV. Google TV. Yep. Right, well, I've got a piece there that's left over with thing. And then we can just put these photo mounts in here. So these 5 by 5 ones go in this big pocket here. So we can have a couple in there. And then these ones can go in there. And then we've got a 5x5 can fit in there as well with a 5x4. Don't really need any there. And then these other ones can go in here. You can't see them though then when they fold, but you can hold stuff in there. So for the time being, I'm going to just hold more in, not that one because it clashes with the pocket. So that is my mini album. Done. And so now it just needs a bit more decoration, as in like a title or something like that. And then he just needs to put the photos in. And he's got plenty of photos over here as well. So there's heaps of photos there. There's the flaps here. For these photos, you can stick stuff in there as well because that goes all the way through. This goes all the way through here. Pockets in there, and then the double pocket over this side. And it all goes together like that. So that is my Father's Day present done. How good am I to have it done already? But Father's Day is like the weekend I get home. So I needed to have it done because... So these are all the scraps that I've got left, plus those couple of bits of full sheets of DSP. So there's not a lot left, but you've got scraps of a 12x12 paper pack. So and with this size, you could either use a 6x6 paper pack because none of the pictures, none of the DSP is bigger than 6x6. So if you want, you can use a 6x6 piece pack of DSP as well on this size. Whereas this album, which is the tutorial that I purchased from Dawn, is 8x8. Now so you have to use 12x12 paper because Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell any 8x8 paper, so it's 12x12. But I've used 2 packs of paper to get this done because there's just not enough, because you only get, like, to get that page, that's one pack of one piece of DSP because it's 8x8. So you only get scraps left of that. So that's why I've resized it. But this is still good, but I've used 2 packs of DSP, and out of my cardstock left, I didn't have as many photo mounts left. So I've got one in here and one in here and one here and one here. So I have to wait for my order to come for some boho blue to be able to do some more photo mounts because I don't have any more blue left. But I've still got this pocket in here as well, and then this pocket in here. So I think it's a pretty cool album, but I do like resizing it so I can get more out of it. So hopefully you enjoyed that project over the last 2 weeks. I've never done something that's carried over like that before. So that was a little bit different as well. And I hope you all have a fabulous week, and I'll catch up with you next week. Bye for now.